Here's a psychology fact you're not ready for. Every time you say, just 5 more minutes, your brain isn't making a decision anymore. It's following a program someone else designed. The average person spends over 2 hours a day scrolling. That's more than 30 days a year, every single year, watching other people live while your own life waits. And here's the scary part. The longer you scroll, the harder it becomes to stop. Psychologists have a name for this: variable reward conditioning, the same trick used in slot machines. Every swipe gives your brain a tiny chance of finding something funny, something shocking, something that makes you feel seen. Most of the time, you find nothing. But every once in a while, you hit the jackpot. One hilarious video, one message, one post you can't stop thinking about. That tiny, unpredictable reward floods your brain with dopamine, and your brain learns one dangerous lesson. Keep scrolling. The next one might be better. You think you're controlling your phone. In reality, your phone is controlling you. But here's where it gets worse. The biggest problem was never wasted time. It's what scrolling is doing to your brain while you're not looking. Every time you scroll instead of doing something hard, studying, working, exercising, learning, your brain writes down a lesson. Whenever life feels uncomfortable, escape. At first, it's harmless. A few minutes here, a few minutes there. But over weeks, your attention span begins to shrink. Books start to feel boring. Work starts to feel exhausting. Even conversations start to feel too slow. Why? Because your brain has become addicted to constant novelty. Every swipe is a brand new experience. Real life isn't. That's why people say, I can't focus anymore. It's not because they're lazy. It's because their brain has been trained to expect excitement every 3 seconds. And here's the part nobody wants to admit. The apps aren't just competing for your attention. They're competing for your life. Think about it. Social media companies hire neuroscientists, behavioral psychologists, AI engineers, whose entire job is to answer one question. How do we keep this person scrolling just a little longer? Infinite scrolling wasn't built for convenience. It was built because your brain hates unfinished things. Psychologists call it the Zeigarnik effect. When there's no ending, your brain keeps searching for closure. That's why Netflix autoplays the next episode. That's why TikTok never reaches the end. That's why Shorts keeps feeding you just one more. There is always one more swipe, one more video, one more hit. And before you realize it, an hour is gone. Not because you're weak, because the system was built to make stopping harder than continuing. If that made you uncomfortable, good. Because here's the truth you've probably been avoiding. Every minute you spend watching someone else's success is a minute you didn't spend building your own. And here's something even darker. Most people don't scroll because they're happy. They scroll because they want to avoid feeling. Feeling lonely? Scroll. Feeling anxious? Scroll. Feeling bored? Scroll. Feeling stressed? Scroll. Your phone has become emotional anesthesia. It doesn't solve your problems, it delays them. And delayed problems almost always become bigger ones. So how do you actually break free? You don't need more discipline. You need less temptation. Here's the trick psychologists actually recommend. Never fight the urge, interrupt it. When you reach for your phone, pause. Just 10 seconds. Ask yourself one question. Am I opening this because I chose to, or because my brain is craving dopamine? That tiny pause wakes up the thinking part of your brain. Then, make scrolling harder. Delete the apps from your home screen. Turn your phone to grayscale. Kill the notifications. Leave your phone in another room while you work. Your environment shapes your behavior far more than your motivation ever will. You don't beat addiction by being stronger. You beat it by making the bad habit harder to repeat. Here's one final truth. 5 years from now, you won't remember the thousands of videos you watched. But you'll remember the dreams you never started, because you kept saying, just one more scroll. Your future isn't being stolen all at once. It's disappearing, one swipe at a time. So the next time your thumb reaches for another video, ask yourself, Am I consuming my life or creating it? Because the difference between successful people and everyone else isn't that they have more time. It's that they protect their attention. And attention is your most valuable currency. If this changed the way you think, subscribe. For more psychology that helps you understand your mind before your mind controls you.